Well, Morten, man, welcome back to Hair Metal Mixtape.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it seems like it's since the last time you were on the show, you've been pretty busy, right? It looks like a new album is dropping soon. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, been pretty busy. You can't really plan the creativity. So yeah, I suddenly had some ideas. I, I guess that was in November last year, and I had three songs, and then suddenly I ended up with 13 songs, and then cut out three of them. So 10 of them made on the new upcoming album.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on this new album. It's called Death or Eternal Glory, right? Out October 28th.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And as you know, I received an advanced copy of this record, and I've already listened to it a bunch of times.
Yeah, you have.
My password thing even ran out, so I got to get that from you again so I can listen to it again. But I have my thoughts. But let me ask you about your thoughts, man. Like, how different, or would you say it is to the first one, Cannonball Run?
I think it is pretty similar in the sense that it's all about rock and energy and spontaneity, having fun. But it's also a bit different in a way. Um, um, you don't want to make two similar albums. But yeah, whatever happens when you pick up an instrument and whatever you get an idea. It's difficult to plan these things.
Yeah, man. It seems like on my end of it, you're right. It's similar, but to me also, it's a little different in some of the subject matter. It's a little darker in this one, right?
Yeah, yeah, it probably is. It was a how can I say it? It was a very difficult time in some sort of it. Some of the songs are obviously about cars and rock and roll and have fun, just like on the first album. And also during the winter, one of my friends, one of my very close friends, and we've known each other for almost 40 years now. She was a breast cancer survivor.
Mm.
And in October, November last year, she got the message that the cancer was back in her body. So we had some. I was the naive optimist, as always, and I was just like everyone else, fingers crossed that everything would turn out fine, but sadly it didn't, and she passed away in August this year. So some part of it was also her advice that just do it, just finish the albums, have fun while you can. That's a good lesson in life.
Yeah.
If you want to do something, then just go ahead and finish it, and yeah, go through with it.
Yeah. Do or do not, right? There is no try.
Yeah, do it while you can.
Yeah, totally, man. Now, before this interview, I will have spun the latest release called Snakebite.
Yeah,
Definitely like a kind of a different groove from the rest of the album. Dare I say, almost, almost a little bit more laid back than the rest of them. It's not quite, fifth gear. It's
yeah.
like third gear, maybe. Tell me
Yeah,
about that song, man. I think it's about addiction, right?
yeah. It's cool that you like the song. I really dig it too. It was one of those songs. The first album, I wrote all songs on the bass. And on this album, I wrote probably half the album on guitar. And this is one of them. And I was just playing with the guitar, and then the main riff came up, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna use this. and keep playing it and extend the riff in several parts of the song. So yeah, I think it's got a great groove on it.
Yeah, man. And since it is about addiction, was it something from personal experience, people you know, or just in general about stuff that people get addicted to in general in life?
Most probably in general. I don't have any addictions, I think, other than having fun. No, I've never been a gambler, although I write a lot of songs about gambling. I've never had an addiction with tobacco or alcohol or anything.
Right.
But it's uh, it's a very interesting subject to write songs about, because you can have so many different addictions. It can be a specific person, maybe
Yeah. Could be the phone.
yeah, a telephone, a chocolate,
Yeah.
whatever.
It could be
So
just watching like people call it like, doom scrolling, or like when you scroll
yeah,
to bad news all the time, or you're always looking for
yeah.
crazy things happening in the world, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I call it a digital drug or whatever. And that's actually what I wrote the second to last song on the album about, the song called Sunset Boulevard.
Mm,
Also, because in that social media life that most people have, you want to paint this very, very perfect picture about yourself and your life, probably like a Sunset Boulevard, but in reality, and it may look pretty different.
yeah, totally, man. So at the end of the mixtape, I also like to spin the song from the band I interviews. I'm going to be doing Hellbreaker, which is a fun single of mine. Was that about a certain person or about certain people in general, man, or just certain just hell breaking people, man?
Hell breaking badass women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a song on the first album, the Queen of Hearts song, and then I thought
Yes.
I gotta write another song about the the badass women who make the rules.
Yeah, man. To make the things
Yeah,
happen, right? That's awesome.
yeah. Also, salute to all the fantastic, cool women and females that we
Yes.
have in the world and in our lives.
Awesome, man. And finally, about like the songs on this album, I wanted to ask you about the last track on there because it seems to be some come from someone special. The Devil in Me. What was that song about, or who was that song about?
Yeah, most probably with my friend who passed away with cancer. The devil and me can both be physical illness, but it can also be about mental illness. So I spoke to other friends as well during the winter when they opened up about their struggles, and I thought, yeah, I want to make a song about that.
That's cool, man. Yeah, and it definitely speaks to that. So that's a really good
Thank
one
you.
to finish it with too. Yeah. So the album's going to be released on German label Speed Club Records.
Yeah.
Was that first album on this label also?
Yeah.
It was, man. So that's good, man. So these guys are still sticking around for you.
Yeah, probably one of the smallest labels in the world, but I'm I'm just grateful.
Hey, it seems like a perfect fit, man. It seems like you guys
Absolutely.
work well together. Yeah. Any music videos you're thinking about doing for any of these?
Yeah, I would like to make a video
For all of them, right?
for all of them, and maybe we will. Maybe film an entire concert and where you play all the songs and maybe make some cool footage. But it's also down to financial costs,
Right.
like everything else in life. So when you also have to pay for studio mixing, mastering, and also pay for make the physical products, then you are You are pretty much way deep in the on the minus side before you can even dream of making to the break even. So
Right. Yeah. Well, I did notice with
yeah, we'll
Cannibal
see.
Run, you had was it blue vinyl, I think it was, or orange vinyl?
Last time was the blue vinyl and
Blue.
gold vinyl,
Gold, that's what it was. Yes.
this time it is transparent yellow vinyl with black marble, and also magenta vinyl with black marble, and they look awesome.
That's awesome. And you can also be doing cassettes like you did for Cannonball Run.
Yes, cassettes and CDs too.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great. And going back to the thing you did about live shows, are you guys going to be getting together, rehearsing to do any live shows soon, or are you guys going to wait for the album to come out? Or
Yeah, both, I think. I hope so. And we all know how crazy this world is at the moment. Last time we were mainly worried about the pandemic, and we still have some of it, but the restrictions aren't there anymore. Thank God. But now we also have inflation, crazy stupid prices. The gasoline over here costs at least the double of what you guys have.
oof.
And it is a bit it's not only just a bit scary, but it is very scary that we also have a brutal Russian invasion just about 100 miles away from here. So it is a fucking crazy world.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why you got to just say fuck it and just do what you want to do. You know, do you guys get together a lot now to rehearse, or?
Yeah, the guys are pretty busy with other bands and projects, so we haven't done that lately. But yeah, we will get together.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that's great. And then with the studio thing, you guys were kind of doing it. Did you guys do it all together, or did you have to kind of get in there one at a time and get things done when you could with your schedule?
We did like we did for the first
Mm.
album. We came in when people had the time to do it.
Mhm.
Uh, Ideally, I had planned to spend more time with it, but Adrian on the guitars, then he told me that he was going to be busy during April and May, and so then we had to hurry and record the drums and get the drums and guitars finished during March, I think it was.
Cool, man. Did you get to play with any new fun bass gear on this new album?
No, I stick with my old and trusted bass gear.
What's your gear?
I use my Squire precision bass that I bought in the autumn of 1993.
Wow.
It's a Silver Series Squire bass. Um, Pretty cheap bass, but I love the neck and I love the wood and how it resonates. And I have a Hartke amplifier, the LH1000 with the matching cabs, and also Dunlop MXR pedal. That's also a DI pedal and distortion. So that's a pretty simple setup. And simplicity is also good because less things can go wrong.
Yeah, totally. And as far as simplicity, do you have more than one bass? Do you like to try different basses, or do you kind of like have your favorite and kind of just stick to that?
I've had several basses over the years, but I've also always stuck with my Squire precision bass, which was the first one that I bought. Now I also have an Epiphone Embassy bass.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, and then
Looks pretty much like the Epiphone Wilshire
oh right, okay.
guitar.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that must sound really nice.
Yeah.
Now, as far as gear, are you guys the same way? I think we talked about this last time. I think we talked about a Mustang or something. But as far as car culture, are you guys all involved in the whole car culture thing and the hot rods and working on cars and stuff?
No, that's pretty much just me.
Oh, okay.
Adrian, yeah, Adrian has a Chevrolet Suburban car,
Okay.
and that's about it. I think the vocalist has a pretty standard family car.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Eilid, the drummer, he takes the train.
Gotcha, man. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool. So have you been working on cars or doing stuff like that on your own?
yeah. I have my old '66 Mustang.
Yeah.
I knew when I bought it, I knew that it needed some work. But it turned out that it needed more than just a little bit of work. So I ended up tearing the car almost to pieces, and then started sanding. Had a friend welding rust, and yeah, pretty much build it back together again.
Yeah, one
So
thing leads to the other.
yeah, God knows how many hundreds of hours that I've spent watching YouTube videos to figure out how to do specific work on it.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Right out of high school, I went to a mechanic school myself, and I bought an old 70 Mustang fastback
Yeah,
that I worked on throughout school too. So it
yeah.
never ends.
No, it never ends.
Never ends.
Uh, yeah, newer cars also have their faults, but the only difference is that on old cars you can actually fix it yourself.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I've been
On modern
seeing?
cars you are just hopeless. You can't do anything.
No, you need a laptop.
Yeah. Exactly.
I've been noticing a lot also, which has been kind of cool. Around here, at least at least some people who have a little bit extra money, they get the classic cars and they're starting to put electric motors in them,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool too, you know.
Yes, sounds great.
You know, it's going to be a mixture of both in the future, right? The whole hybrid thing, maybe with the classic cars,
I
but
think so too. Yeah, yeah. Um, the old and great V8 engines, they are built to last, you know, great quality.
yeah,
Um, and I think it is sad that many of the cars nowadays comes without the V8 engines.
yeah.
But yeah, you can't stop evolution. So I guess we all have to accept the electric car.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll just figure out how to start hot rodding the electric ones, you know.
Yeah, maybe. And I've driven quite a few of the electric cars, and they are great.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, over here we have a lot of electric cars, and
Mhm.
a lot of them are great fun to drive.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I can't wait to get more and more here too, you know. That's going to be fun. Morten, it's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you, man. Congratulations on this new album, and let's do this again soon, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Morten. We will talk again soon, like I said, and take care, man.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Thank you.